Right, let's talk about I'm a Celebrity, shall we? After another jungle eviction last night.
The next person to leave I'm a Celebrity, Get Me Out of Here 2022 is... Scarlett.
Oh. I'm good, man.
Well, I'm joined now by ITV News entertainment reporter Rishi Davda. She was so emotional. You know, sometimes they're all stoic and go, oh, I really wanted to go anyway. I actually quite admired the fact that she said, oh, I'm gutted, I don't want to go.
Yeah, in her interview after she left the camp, she said, I wasn't ready.
No.
I wasn't ready, which is rare because often it's give me some food, let me get in the shower.
Yes.
And an alcoholic beverage as well.
Absolutely.
I need to get back to my celebrity lifestyle. But no, she was really,
No, she
really
really wanted
sad
to stay.
to be out. And she did brilliantly in that last challenge to win those letters from home. Yes. I would admit there were some onions being chopped in my living room last night when those letters were being read out. They were so, so sweet for everybody. And I think we saw from the reaction on Twitter that everybody really, really loved Scarlett. It may have proved to be a little bit too little, too late, but I think we lose something with her leaving the camp. She was always very positive.
Very much so.
And someone else is going to have to take up the mantle of teaching Matt Hancock dance moves now, because...
Oh, I think we've seen enough of that.
Well,
have we not?
It's funny, watching Scarlett teach Matt Hancock the electric slide, I think I dance like Scarlett, but I think realistically I might dance more like Matt Hancock. I'm
probably more like him as well, to be honest. Boy George, now what is going on? Because he keeps saying, I speak my mind, but he's always just sort of doing hushed asides. But he did have a wee bit of a, not a tantrum, it was just a, I don't know what you would call it.
Yeah, it's one of the stranger stories over the past couple of days. It's rumoured that Boy George threw a tantrum, let's say, over not being allowed to ride in a golf buggy back to the camp after a bush tucker trial.
Does he watch this show?
Well,
you don't get golf buggies, George.
Corrie's Sue Cleaver is allowed to take a golf buggy back to camp because of a special condition.
Sure.
And Boy George said, well, I would like to be in one. And he was told no, so wasn't very happy. And then apparently stole an apple and hid behind some trees so that he couldn't be filmed. And who hasn't done that in the past at some stage?
But for goodness sake, the cameras are everywhere. They're absolutely everywhere. There is no hiding place, absolutely no hiding place.
Well, producers were worried when he threatened to quit, so had to try and talk him down. And things seem OK now. I will admit to demanding a golf buggy to get from the green room here today.
I always have a golf buggy to get me from here to over there.
Top of the list
should be
of requirements.
I think the thing with George is I don't know that many people tell him no. You know, I'm very fond of him, but I think there's that as well. It was quite interesting with the letters that his mum said the show's on too late for her. And I get that completely as somebody who should go to bed at 9 o'clock. It's quite, you've got to kind of watch it like that. I guess the predictions have been quite accurate, haven't they, as to who's in danger? Who's likely to go out next, do you think? I know it's hard to tell,
Yeah, I
isn't
mean, they're all like friends now, aren't they? You don't
Yeah.
really want to separate the group. It looks potentially, some of the odds hint that maybe Sue could be next to go, possibly Babatunde as well. But it's hard to know because there was a lot of surprise when Scarlett left, and she was really a really pivotal part of the group and was cooking and keeping everyone positive. I think it's nice to look towards maybe who could be winning.
Who do you think? What's the odds and what's your feeling?
My feeling is it's Jill's to lose.
Me too.
But Owen's also getting a lot of plaudits for his time at the camp, and people really love kind of the innocence and the naivety. And I've been staring at my fingers thinking they might be mini arms as well all this morning.
That's what he said. Well...
It was a thought-provoking comment, for
There's
sure.
always, unbelievably, a wee tiny nugget of something in there. You know, it's like he does think about things in a different way.
Yeah. And it's really refreshing, actually. There's never a quiet moment when he's in camp. We've got Mike Tyndall is looking in third place to potentially take it home, and Matt Hancock's in fourth.
He's up there, isn't he? I mean, his strategy is actually, it's worked for him. It has worked for him, bizarrely, weirdly, and kind of disappointingly. But we'll see what happens. They're going to do that Chris Moyles task again, aren't they? The one that he only got 1 star for. Yeah. So they're going to do that again just to see whether it was him or whether it was a task that's too hard.
Well, Ant and Dec do an Instagram live after every live show, and they mention that they're going to do the 1 star trial again.
Right.
Whether or not it'll be Chris who takes it on, I don't know.
That would be awful.
Maybe the campmates will say, you know what? You sit this one out, we'll give it a go. It did look really, really hard.
It looked so
and then he lost the spanners and the star fell out. It was just a catalogue of issues. And I think giving it another go would be really interesting, especially if someone like Jill or Mike gives it a go. I don't know how Chris would feel if they came back with all the stars.
I think Jill will get them all. I mean, she's astonishing. We're going to be talking to her fiancé later on. Really looking forward to that. Thank you for now. We'll talk to you real soon.
Pleasure.
Thank you, Rishi. Let's stay in Australia now, because following last night's I'm a Celebrity, where Jill Scott proved once again why she is a serious contender for Queen of the Jungle. Here she is.
Jill,
Okay.
you want to go?
Well, I don't want to, but I have to.
Blended huntsman spiders.
This is going to make us legless, isn't it?
Straight down.
Yes!
So do you come here often?
That is definitely the best one.
Oh, well, can I have one of them?
Goat testicle.
Oh, that's all right.
Oh, okay, bring it over then.
Is this where goat's cheese comes from?
Oh, it looks all right. No.
Yes.
10 stars.
Yes.
Well done. Like, I feel terrible.
I'm not surprised. Jill's fiancée, Shelly, joins me now from Australia. Shelly, so lovely to talk to you. She is one of the favourites to win, and we just saw there why. She's really funny. She's got a great sense of humour, hasn't she?
Yes, definitely. She's all with her one-liners.
And she's also a real team player, as you would expect, you know, from her day job when she was playing football. She really tries to sort of get everybody's spirits together and try to, you know, to make sure everybody bonds.
Yeah, I think from the offset when she was on that plank for the first challenge, you could really see that she was going to be encouraging. And with Jill having the fear of heights, that was my worst nightmare to see first. But I think she was really encouraging, even though she was frightened and you wouldn't have seen that she was frightened. She went and ran and jumped. So, yeah, I think that was a big ordeal for Jill, but she did really, really well, and I'm very proud.
And you're so right. I mean, you must be so proud of her, because we didn't really see how scared she was, because she kind of just, she's so stoic and just gets on with it. But obviously you've been watching her. I remember that horrible bit where she had a cockroach in her ear and things, and it's like, oh, it must be really hard watching somebody that you love going through all of that.
Yeah, it is, but I just believe that Jill will give everything a go, and she's very fearless. So I think Jill likes a challenge. I'm obviously sure that she wouldn't want a cockroach in her ear, but that happened. But she's okay. I'm reassured by the team that everything's okay with Jill. But yeah, she's fine. She's okay.
Good, glad to hear it. And you know that more than anyone, of course. You've got 2 teenage daughters. What is it like for them to see Jill doing her thing in the jungle? I mean, obviously they're used to see her, you know, winning amazing tournaments and doing incredibly well in the football world. But to see her in this context, what do they think?
Hold that centre.
When I first got on, I was
Oh, they're really excited. That's all they ever talk about with their friends, so they're really excited. It's not the same being at home without Jill. It's very quiet, but it's very, very tidy. So, yeah, I've heard that Jill in the camp's not the tidiest, so I was hoping that would change, but I feel like she's just going to come back as Jill, still being untidy. But we're all excited. The girls are really excited to see her every evening.
So she's noisy and untidy, but that's fine. You know, that's okay. Like you said, it'll be really
Jill.
yeah, it'll be really quiet there. Now, watching her and watching her in there and seeing, you know, everybody now appreciating what she's like, it must be really good for you, for the rest of us to see the person that she is.
Yeah, Jill's Jill. Funny, creative, outgoing, very encouraging to the teammates, and I just didn't expect anything less from Jill, really. She's an all-round good person, and it's really hard not to like Jill.
Well, exactly. Now, look, England are obviously playing today. Wales are playing today in the World Cup. England, the men's team, hoping to emulate the success of the women's team and bring back a trophy, because obviously the women did it, didn't they?
They did indeed, yes. I feel like everyone compares the men's game to the women's game, and I think there's pressure on for the male players at the moment to do it, but, you know, I think they'll come back.
Do you know what? What do you think Jill's going to do when she comes out of this? Is she going to do more punditry? Is she what's the thing? Will she write some books? What do you think she can do? Because really, there doesn't seem to be any end to what she can do. She can do everything.
Yeah, that's so true. In actual fact, I think we've just spoke about that Jill's going to have a year out and experience different things and see what she wants to do. But I feel that Jill's personality is about helping people. So I think she'll do a lot of coaching, and where she can, she'll be doing lots of charity work. I think that's a good thing for Jill.
Oh, it's fantastic. Well, look, I hope she's not out anytime soon, not just because you can enjoy the lovely hotel there in Australia, but also because we want to see her go all the way. It's so lovely to talk to you, Shelley. I hope we can talk to you soon, but not too soon, if you know what I mean. But thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Right, I'm a Celeb, of course, continues tonight, 9:15 on ITV1.